Alice, a young bride-to-be, is excited about her upcoming wedding. While shopping for a dress, she stumbles upon a small, old bridal boutique tucked away in an alley. Inside, she finds a beautiful vintage wedding dress, perfect in every way. She instantly falls in love with it and buys it on the spot. Alice takes the dress home, excited to show it to her fiancé. But as soon as she enters the house, a strange feeling washes over her. The air feels heavy, and she hears faint whispers, though no one is around. She brushes it off as her imagination and hangs the dress in her bedroom. Later that night, Alice can't sleep. The atmosphere in the house feels different, and she keeps hearing soft whispers coming from the bedroom. Curious but uneasy, she checks on the dress, but everything seems normal. She closes the closet and goes back to bed. Over the next few days, the whispers grow louder. Alice starts seeing things out of the corner of her eye, shadows that move, fleeting glimpses of a woman in the dress. One night, she sees a vision of the woman wearing the wedding dress, staring at her through the mirror. Disturbed, Alice tries to ignore the strange occurrences, but they only become more intense. The visions of the woman in the dress grow clearer, and she begins to feel the woman's anger and sorrow.
Oh my god.
The dress seems to be haunted by the spirit of the bride who never had her happy ending. Alice starts researching the history of the dress and learns about its previous owner, a bride who was tragically killed on her wedding day. As she digs deeper, she realizes the dress is cursed, trapping the spirit of the bride in eternal sorrow. One night, Alice dreams of the bride's wedding day. In the dream, the bride is walking down the aisle when suddenly, chaos erupts, and the wedding turns into a nightmare. Alice wakes up in a cold sweat, feeling as if she had lived through the bride's death. After the dream, Alice feels an unbreakable connection to the dress. It's as if the dress is pulling her towards it. She begins to see the bride everywhere, especially when she's near the dress.
Oh my god.
The lines between reality and the haunting begin to blur. Desperate, Alice tries to destroy the dress, but every attempt fails. The dress seems indestructible, and the more she tries, the more the bride's spirit tightens its grip on her. The dress feeds on Alice's fear and despair. Alice decides to seek help from a paranormal expert. The expert reveals that the only way to break the curse is to return the dress to the place where the bride died. The spirit must be set free where her life ended. Alice drives to the remote location where the bride was killed. The road is long and winding, and the atmosphere becomes dark as she approaches the old, abandoned church where the wedding took place. The dress feels heavier in her lap, almost as if it's alive. As Alice enters the old church, the air grows cold. She walks down the aisle, just as the bride once did, and the atmosphere feels heavy with sorrow. Alice reaches the altar, where the bride's life was tragically cut short. Suddenly, the spirit of the bride appears, wearing the wedding dress.
Oh my god.
She stares at Alice with hollow eyes, her face twisted in anger and sorrow. The church begins to shake as the bride's spirit tries to possess Alice, drawing her into her tragic fate. Alice, with all her strength, resists the spirit's pull. She places the dress on the altar, pleading with the bride to let go and move on. The spirit hesitates, her anger and pain visible, but slowly starts to fade as the dress begins to burn with a supernatural flame. As the dress turns to ashes, the spirit of the bride disappears, and the oppressive atmosphere in the church lifts. Alice breathes a sigh of relief, knowing the curse is finally broken. She leaves the church, free from the haunted dress and the tragic spirit that once consumed her.